Pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to call this meeting at 7:06. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Here.
Benedetti?
Present.
Howie?
Here.
LaFever?
Here.
Zappa?
Here.
Stack?
Here?
Quorum present, Mayor Stack.
Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we excuse Councilperson
Support.
Peruggi.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes for July 15th, regular meeting.
So, support.
Is it moved by Rozappa, supported by?
Sure.
Okay. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next item on the agenda is our Building Code Board of Appeals, Planning Commission to, and this is a reappointment for Chuck Earl to the Building Code of Appeals and the reappointment of Scott Cabawatton to the Planning Commission for terms expiring August 1st, 2022.
So moved.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Benedetti?
Yes.
Howie?
Yes.
LaFever?
Yes.
Zappa?
Yes.
Stack?
Abstain?
Von Crooks?
Yes.
Motion carried, Mayor Stack.
Thank you, and thank you to the council. Next item on the agenda is from Michigan Municipal League designation of voting delegates. And at this, what it is to make Councilwoman Von Crooks as the representative, Councilman Zappa as the alternate, and Mayor Stack as second alternate as voting delegates at the annual meeting of the Michigan Municipal League to be
So
held
moved.
August 25th, 2019. It's been moved and supported. I'm not sure if I need to do this individually because all of us can't vote for ourselves, I guess. So first, we'll take Councilwoman Von Crooks as the representative. And who made the motion? Councilman Howie?
Benedetti?
Okay. Good, so we'll have a roll call vote. Pardon?
Are the three of you all planning on going to the meeting?
No.
What's that?
We never know yet until it gets closer to it.
It's in September,
It's at
so,
Cobo Hall. It's here. It's
Oh, it
not
is?
out
Okay.
of town.
Perfect.
So, yeah, we don't have
Good.
to get hotel rooms and do all
Yeah,
that.
perfect.
okay. Well, the reason why is we can't vote for ourselves. So I think it needs to be individually. So, okay, the first person is Councilwoman Von Crooks. We've had a motion. Any other discussion? Roll call, please. Madam Clerk?
Benedetti?
Yes.
Howie?
Yes.
LaFever?
Yes.
Zappa?
Yes.
Stack?
Yes.
Von Crooks?
Abstain?
Motion carried, Mayor
Okay, next is for Councilman Zappa as the alternate. I need a motion.
So moved?
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Howie?
Yes.
LaFever?
Yes.
Zappa?
Abstain.
Stack?
Yes,
Von Crooks?
Yes.
Benedetti?
Yes.
Motion carried, Mayor Stack.
thank you. And the third person is myself. I'm a second alternate.
So move.
Support.
Been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Let's see. Zappa?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Abstain?
How did that happen?
Von Crooks?
Yes.
Benedetti?
Yes.
Howie?
Yes.
LaFever?
Yes.
Motion carried, Mayor Stack.
Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is the 33rd District Court Case Flow Assistance Funds Fiscal Year 2018. Mayor Pro Tem LaFever, can you take that, please?
Thank you, Mayor Stack. I make a motion to receive and place on file the 33rd District Court Case Flow Assistance Funds for the fiscal year 2018, which shows the amount to be $3,309.73.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next item on the agenda, again for Mayor Pro Tem LaFever, is the 33rd District Court Technology
The
2019.
next one is the Court Technology The second quarter payment is, the amount is $22,812.
Oh, wait a minute,
4289.
4289? Yeah, that, shows us receiving
Yeah,
$4,289.
that's just Trenton's portion, is the 4289.
We really get the whole check, Bill, sorry.
I'm just reading what I was handed, okay?
Oh, sorry.
We did get the whole check.
Okay.
My
So,
support
it's
reliable.
been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Next item on the agenda, again, is...
The next one I'm going to try again.
Okay.
Okay, it's the 33rd District Court fines, costs, and fees for June 2019, showing the city owing $539.72.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is from our city attorney, ordinance 801, medical marijuana establishment, first reading. Attorney Wally, please. I'm sorry. I was like,
That's all right, it's been a long day for
Yeah.
everybody. Mayor, we're presented to council tonight the initial draft of the medical marijuana ordinance to regulate growing and processing of marijuana within the industrial corridor west of West Jefferson, I'm sorry, Toledo, Detroit, Toledo, Ironton Railroad, north of King Road, and south of Sibley as the districts. The ordinance contains in it the requirements, licensure, and otherwise for the operators of such business. And it includes some what I'd call scaffolding or infrastructure in it that would contemplate some future action either by the state or locally for provisioning and consumption, but does not address those, doesn't legalize those. This ordinance is limited to a growing and processing operation. And it's almost hot because it came off, the final version almost came off the press within the hour. So it obviously would be interested in the ensuing couple of weeks if you're going to pass it on first reading, take it up on second reading in a couple of weeks or a study session or so forth, some adjustments before final adoption. But we'd ask for your favorable consideration on first reading this evening.
Support.
it's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Councilman Howie?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a couple things. First, I do support the medical marijuana. I do not support the recreational marijuana. But a couple questions for Mr. Long. Would you say this is substantially the same as the ordinance that was on our the website?
Substantially, yes.
Okay.
We did a lot of refining to it even within the last hour or so to address concerns that others has expressed. But it is absolutely limited to medical. It has no provisions in it for recreation. We've received no direction from council or administration to address that and won't until we do.
Right. And I think the key thing is the location. So if you look at, we just checked the location page, the bottom of page 12, section 22607. For the old ordinance, it was page 11, the bottom 22606. And that's really the point, I think, that, at least for myself, I'm pretty confident for everybody here, the location across from McLeod Steel. So it's pretty cut and dry. And in this ordinance, so this will not allow cultivation, correct?
Well, it's growing and processing only. So you're asking about cultivation. That's what growing is
Well,
on these premises.
So
But not
not a
outside the
dispensary,
district, not
no.
personal residence, no.
no sales, there's no dispensary, there's no transportation, nothing that's allowed.
Nothing in this ordinance that it
For
permits
provisional.
that.
Okay. And then perhaps a question for Mr. Church then. And I know that, the planning commission's been working on the overlay district. So I'm just curious how this new ordinance is going to interface with the new overlay district. And we can answer that, maybe send out an email to all the mayor and
Well,
council.
I think a simple answer, the version you have in front of you tonight should have broadened the definition of the allowable zoning. It previously read I3. I believe it now reads all industrial zone properties, but it's still within those defined parameters of between King and Sibley, west of West Jefferson, east of the railroad. But it's open to all industrial. As the city attorney indicated, our recommendation is that if it's approved on first reading, that it be referred to the city attorney, the city planner, city administration, and all the associated department heads for a final review. As again, I think the final version came off the printer at about 6:40 tonight. So it is very fresh, and some important eyes haven't seen it yet. There is one clerical or wording clarification that I noticed going through this. There was some confusion between processing and provisioning. And in an effort to try to clean things up, I think there was a word substitute, and it removed on page 2 the paragraph about 2/3 of the way down the page reads medical marijuana processing center. I believe that definition still should say provisioning center throughout that paragraph instead of processing, because processing or processor is defined at the bottom of that page. And then another change would be at the top of page 3 of the new document. I believe that should be, say, transfer in package form to a medical marijuana provisioning center, not processing center. And just to clarify one comment, there was, or a question that was asked by Councilman Howie about transportation. I think under the requirements of transportation and secure transport, since there are no dispensaries or provisioning centers for actual sale or direct distribution, there will be transportation from these facilities, but that's all according to the federal or state requirements for such transport, as I understand it. But there will be transportation. It will not be to end users or customers, as I understand it.
Okay. Thank you.
I had Councilman Rezeppa first.
So, just one quick question I had was actually at the bottom of page 12 that I noticed here. No medical marijuana facility shall be located within, and then the second bullet point there, 1,000 feet of another medical marijuana facility. Would that technically put us in violation where it is now? Because I feel, and granted I haven't measured, but I feel like there are some operating within 1,000 feet of each other.
I think that should be removed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We talked
I
about that
personally am
earlier.
okay with it being removed.
If we want to do that in this reading, so that's taken out for
Yeah,
right now.
say for administration
The ones
to
that
take
we're
note of
seeing
it.
right now, we can get corrected, before the next reading.
Correct, okay.
Besides anything that might come along for the second reading.
Okay, I just wanted to flag that, so thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councilman LaFever?
Yeah, like I said before, I'm not in favor of the district, okay? I don't know why you people are against having something on the east side of West Jefferson. What is the big opposition to that?
I don't really have any opposition at this point. That's my own opinion, but we can expand it if you want to. I have no problem, because there is
I'm
another.
just one person, one vote. I just think if it's going to have it on the east side, that would be a brand-new building over there, okay?
I don't know if the council's just looking at it as baby steps right now, because of, this is all new.
I understand that, but I mean, if we.
'Cause we can
if
always
say
change
it's
it.
not allowed now, then we'll never get it over there, okay? I mean, if we really want to have it there. I'm talking about on the Crown property along there, okay?
I think we should walk before we run.
Well, that's what I brought up before. I mean,
Yeah, but I understand, so if we want to expand it, we can always expand it as a group sitting here.
Right.
Can we not, Mr. Long, or no?
On first reading?
No, like a year from
Future.
now,
Oh,
we
yeah,
want to
absolutely.
move it to
Of
another
course.
area
Of course.
and expand.
But
Okay.
if somebody wanted to do it tomorrow, they have to come back here again and approach the council to change the ordinance, right? I mean, just so we know, if you people are adamantly against doing that, I won't say a word about it. I just can't figure out everybody's objection to it, that's all.
I'm
I don't
opposed.
Okay. that's
I don't
fine.
have any objection to it. I'm fine with it.
No,
As long as it maintains between King and Sibley. Sorry, I'm talking out of turn. So.
That's okay.
Okay. I'll bring up the second reading,
Okay, so, why don't you, when you go through that, put that in.
Yeah,
that
like I
you'd
said,
like to
I
change
just
that.
got it, like we all did, so I think we'll have a lot of questions between now and the second reading, okay?
I mean, nobody knows what's gonna be in the, the
Correct.
property
Fine.
that's across the
That's
street
right.
anyway, so.
Right.
Okay. So, we have a motion and, a motion and a seconded, and, is there any other discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered for the first reading. Okay, now we go to disbursements and statements, and Councilman LaFever. Now you can get your 598,000.
Karen, did you hear that? Make a motion to authorize disbursement of $589,772.98, is that right?
support.
No, 598,000, not 89,000.
598,772.98.
You two, my two assistants over here, I'm firing them both, man.
You're lost without Nelson, aren't you?
Yeah, Nelson takes care of me, these two are terrible.
$598,772.
I'll second Bob's motion.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
All right.
Okay, it's been moved
Next.
and,
Go
wait a
ahead.
minute, it's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. Reports, please.
My next one is receive and place and file the following reports. Retiree Healthcare Benefit Board, Plan Board meeting minutes of April 24th, 2019, and special meeting minutes of June 19th, 2019. The Zoning Board of Appeals, public hearing and regular meeting dated May 16th, 2019. The Fire and Police Pension Board minutes dated June 19th, 2019. The Planning Commission, public hearing and regular meeting minutes dated June 26th, 2019. And the Board of Review minutes dated July 2019.
Support.
It's been moved and supported. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, it's unanimously so ordered. You have anything else for right now?
Nope.
Okay, thank you. Comments from the council, start with Councilwoman Von Crooks.
Yep, nothing tonight, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councilwoman Benedetti?
Yeah, just one, and I don't know if it's to you or Scott who's going to answer this one, but, so do we know, I know we approved money to update the audio system here in this room. Do we have any idea when that's going to be done? Because apparently the last council meeting, you had to turn your TV up to 100 and you couldn't hear us still.
Mine doesn't go that loud, so I would have been in trouble. But to answer your question, the plan is for that project to be completed after the second meeting in September. We have a benefit of a 5-Monday month. So after the second meeting, I believe probably the next day or certainly that week, work will begin, and hopefully for the first meeting in October, we will have a new and improved audio and visual presentation of our council meetings.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Nothing else for me.
Okay, Councilman LaFever?
I was going to ask Rick, Scott, are they just backed up that much, or it take 3 months to do something?
No, it's trying to find a space where we can do
Oh,
it.
we're the one causing the problem?
Yeah, we're the ones that caused the problem.
I tell you, they were projecting that it would be a 2 to 3 week completion process for the project, and the only other time would have been what just passed with the 5 Monday month in July, and that time period was already booked for other projects. So we just went to the next 3 week gap, so we knew we weren't going to have an issue of a council meeting where there wouldn't be any audio or video.
And Councilman LaFever broke his microphone, so I'll have to get that replaced too.
I got mad they busted this thing.
There you go.
That's why nobody could hear us, you broke it.
I want to thank John for fixing it, though. Did a good job. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Okay, Councilman Howie?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I'm going to ask the question again and again and again. I'd really like to set up a study session. I think we need to invite the folks from the DTE Trenton coal plant, and we need to figure out exactly how this closure, the decommissioning, how it's going to affect our budgets in the future. I mean, right now, just in the general fund, it's over $3 million. then as well, they also pay to other funds. So out of a little over, almost a $21 million budget, we're almost talking 15%. So I just think we should try to push that through. I'd like to have them come and tell us, eyeball to eyeball, and then we can ask them questions. I know there's questions that they don't know exactly, and it's not just about repurposing the site. I mean, I really, really interested in that, but how it's just going to affect our budget for future budgets. So with that said, if we can set that up, that would be great.
We have a meeting with them next week, and I know that there's some legal things going on right now, so let us see where we fare with that before we make any detailed information to the public right now, because it's with the attorneys going back and forth right now, so.
Fair enough.
So we'll set something up. It'll probably have to be, I'm just thinking that maybe by September, maybe?
I expect we'll be having a closed session regarding the tax tribunal case. That might be the tail wagging the dog on that conversation. So we will be having a closed session before we would be in a position to sit down and have a conversation with DTE, I believe.
Right. Well, I just think we need to be upfront with the residents, let them know what the
Certainly.
ramifications are, and what the effect is going to be on the services that we provide to all the residents.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look what Scott.
Go ahead.
When is the projected date for the closed session? Or is that months away, weeks away?
We were having communications with our attorney this afternoon. I would hope that it's going to be yet this month.
Okay.
How soon this month? I can't say, but
That's fair.
I don't want to commit that we'll have one on the 19th, but hopefully we'll have some kind of an update we can provide by then.
Thank you.
Okay. Councilmember Zeppa?
I guess hopefully a quick one, but while we're talking about litigation, is there any updates you're able to give on the Riverside Hospital property?
Scott, we have anything? I haven't heard anything.
My understanding is our attorney went to circuit court in Wayne County, had the stay removed. So essentially, the agreement that had been reached through the facilitator back in April that required certain specific steps be taken within 30 days. After 90 days had passed and not a single step had been taken by the other party, our attorney filed a motion to remove the stay. And I believe we have another court date is scheduled for next Friday. I believe it will be the 16th. And the city has requested, or will be filing a motion requesting assignment of a receiver for the property that, as our attorney has explained it, would effectively act as a manager for that property. So whether it's repairs, security, we have recent inspections. The facility is open, clear and obvious signs that people are inside and have been causing more damage. Just absolutely unacceptable.
All right, thank you. That's all for
Yes?
me tonight,
Okay.
Madam Mayor.
We already went by you. Do you have a question with that? Okay. Go ahead, Councilmember.
Is,
Peter.
Scott, how are our legal fees chugging along with the hospital?
The hospital, we have not received an invoice yet, other than for the facilitator. But that is a fees certain service that has been arranged with the attorney representing us on that case.
So it's not open-ended, we're locked into a cap on it.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Anything else?
Not this time.
Okay. I just have one thing to, so a lot of people have been asking me, because I've written out there on Facebook about my mother. She's doing well. It's going to be a long road. She broke her femur, and thanks to the fire department for getting her to the hospital on time and getting things taken care of there. She's in Bell Fountain, so if anybody knows her and would like to make a visit, she's always looking for company, but she is in physical therapy, so far so good, and we'll pray that she moves forward. So it was an extreme break, I guess, from what the doctor told me. So Other than that, I know Jazz on the River went well, no incidents. And then also Motown, we had Motown on the river, and the police department informed me that there wasn't any incidents with that either, so it turned out to be 2 good weekends. Okay, our city clerk, our Madam Clerk, do you have anything that you would like to say?
I would just like to mention our next regular council meeting is on Monday, August 19th at 7 PM.
Okay. Our city assessor, Mr. Dalquist, you have anything? Okay. Our city treasurer, Mr. McCullough.
Nothing tonight, thank you, Madam.
Okay. Any of the department heads, have anything they'd like to report?
Mayor, I do have
Sure, go ahead.
questions. If I can just clarify, the first reading of the medical marijuana ordinance did include the amendment suggested by Councilman Rezepa, correct? So that we removed the 1,000-foot restriction?
Yes.
Okay. And I would just ask,
And the ones that you mentioned too, with the word
yes,
changes.
yes, okay, thank you. If you have any modifications, amendments that the council would like us to consider, if you could please get those to me by next Monday, on the 12th. That will help, at least when we're doing our administrative review leading up to the next council meeting. If we can have your concerns by then, at least we'll try to consider those and deliberate those.
You never know. Just put in there for the suggestion, and so we'll see if we can.
I'll bring it up again, but there was no support.
Okay. Go ahead, Joanne.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd just like to remind everyone that at the Cultural Center this Wednesday, August 7th at 3:30, we will have the Barnyard Express. It is an educational mobile farm that will be at the Cultural Center, and that's sponsored, thank you to our Trenton Rotary Club. And that's a free event at the Cultural Center starting at 3:30 on Wednesday. And then on Friday, August 16th at the Kennedy Aquatic Center, we'll have a dive-in movie. And the movie will be The Incredibles 2. The movie begins at dusk. It's regular admission. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Any other department heads? If not, I'm going to the public. If anybody would like to say something to the council, please state your name and address for the record. If not, I'm looking for adjournment.
So moved.
It's been adjourned at 7:33.